40th President of the United States, Ronald Reagan, will go down in history as a truly great speaker who inspired and mobilized his entire generation. Reagan was known as the Great Communicator, and under his administration, America experienced one of the greatest economic booms in history. His strategy for communicating was simple: to be honest and to be in touch with his audience. Reagan is known for appealing directly to the American people in his speeches, and his message resonated with Americans who felt overlooked and forgotten. In his first inaugural address, he reaffirmed the greatness of his nation and reminded its people of their responsibility, asking them to be united in their purpose to achieve greatness. He said, "We are creating a nation, once again vibrant, robust, and alive, but there are many mountains yet to climb. We will not rest until every American enjoys the fullness of freedom, dignity, and opportunity as our birthright. So, we go forward today, a nation still mighty in its youth and powerful in its purpose, with our allies strengthened, with our economy leading the world in a new age of economic expansion. We look forward to a world of rich possibilities. And all this because we have worked and acted together, not as members of political parties, but as Americans." Through this speech, Reagan was able to secure support from many people who didn't vote for him and unite the American people behind his vision for America's future. On the 28th of January, 1986, the Challenger space shuttle exploded 73 seconds into its flight. Krista McAuliffe was a school teacher before becoming one of the 7 crew members aboard the spacecraft. Inspired by her journey were millions of students who were watching the takeoff live in school on television and were shocked by the explosion. Reagan was quick to understand their sentiments and responded with wisdom, honesty, and sensitivity, saying, "We've grown used to wonders in this century. It's hard to dazzle us, but for 25 years, the United States space program has been doing just that. We've grown used to the idea of space, and perhaps we forget that we've only just begun. We're still pioneers. They, the members of the Challenger crew, were pioneers." And I want to say something to the school children of America who were watching the live coverage of the shuttle's takeoff. I know it's hard to understand, but sometimes painful things like this happen. It's all a part of the process of exploration and discovery. It's all a part of taking a chance and expanding man's horizons. The future doesn't belong to the faint-hearted. It belongs to the brave. Reagan consoled a devastated and shattered nation and brought it together, changing the mood from one of tragedy and sadness to one of hope, patriotism, and aspiration. On the 12th of June, 1987, Ronald Reagan gave a speech at the Berlin Wall to confront the Soviet Union's leader and to promote liberty and independence. He said, "We welcome change and openness, for we believe that freedom and security go together, that the advance of human liberty can only strengthen the cause of world peace. There is one sign the Soviets can make that would be unmistakable, that would advance dramatically the cause of freedom and peace. General Secretary Gorbachev, if you seek peace, if you seek prosperity for the Soviet Union and Eastern Europe, if you seek liberalization, come here to this gate. Mr. Gorbachev, open this gate. Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall." In this speech, Reagan appealed to the most basic feelings of humanity, liberty, and prosperity for all. During his presidency, Reagan met with the Soviet leader many times, leading not only to the demolition of the Berlin Wall, but the end of the Cold War altogether. Through his honest yet patriotic style, Reagan was able to have a genuine relationship with his audiences and was re-elected with the largest majority in American history. Ronald Reagan's incredible speaking was indicative of a true world leader who could sense the mood and emotions of his people and respond in the best way possible. He truly was the great communicator.